Did you know that you have the power to significantly reduce your risk of developing type 2 diabetes? It's true, and it's not about extreme diets or impossible workout plans. It's about making smart, sustainable changes to your daily life. Today, we're breaking down the simple, science-backed steps you can take to protect your health for the long run. Let's get started. First up, and arguably the most important, is your diet. Think of your plate as a tool to stabilize your blood sugar. The goal is to avoid those dramatic spikes and crashes. So, what should you focus on? Whole foods are your best friends. I'm talking about vibrant vegetables, fruits, especially berries, which are packed with antioxidants, whole grains like oats and brown rice, and powerhouse legumes, nuts, and seeds. Next, lean proteins are crucial for keeping you full and satisfied. Think chicken, fish, tofu, eggs, and more of those amazing legumes. And don't fear fats. Healthy fats from sources like avocados, olive oil, nuts, and fatty fish like salmon are essential for your overall health and can actually help with insulin sensitivity. The key is to choose carbohydrates with a low glycemic index, or GI. These release sugar into your bloodstream slowly, preventing spikes. Sweet potatoes, quinoa, and oats are fantastic choices. And fiber. Fiber is a superhero. It slows down sugar absorption and makes your body more responsive to insulin. Now, what should you steer clear of? The biggest culprit is sugary drinks. Sodas, sweetened coffees, and teas. And those buzzing energy drinks are just empty calories that send your blood sugar soaring. Next on the list are refined carbs. Things like white bread, pastries, and cookies. While they're okay as a rare treat, making them a daily habit can wreak havoc. It's also wise to limit highly processed foods, fast food, and excess red or processed meats, which have been linked to an increased risk of diabetes. And be wary of low-fat products. They often compensate for the lack of fat by adding a ton of sugar. A few quick tips to make this easier. Try eating smaller, more balanced meals throughout the day instead of 3 large ones. This can help keep your blood sugar levels much more stable. Whatever you do, don't skip meals. It might seem like a good idea, but it often leads to overeating and a massive blood sugar spike later on. And finally, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Water is always the best choice, but unsweetened herbal teas are great too. All right, let's move on to our second pillar. Exercise. You don't have to become a marathon runner, but you do need to get moving. Why? Because exercise helps your muscles use glucose for energy more efficiently, which naturally improves your body's sensitivity to insulin. It's like giving your body a tune-up. So, what's the goal? Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity per week. That's just over 20 minutes a day. Plus, try to incorporate at least 2 strength training sessions. What counts as moderate activity? A brisk walk is one of the best and most accessible options. 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference. But you can also try cycling, swimming, or even just putting on some music and dancing around your living room. For strength training, you can use your own body weight with exercises like push-ups and squats. Or you can use free weights or resistance bands. Even gentler activities like yoga and Tai Chi are incredibly beneficial, as they also help manage stress, which we'll talk about in a minute. Feeling overwhelmed by that 150-minute goal? Here's a pro tip. Break it up into small, manageable chunks. You could do a 10-minute walk after breakfast, a 10-minute walk after lunch, and a 10-minute walk after dinner. Those 3 short sessions add up to 30 minutes a day, and they're just as effective as 1 long session. The most important thing is to find something you enjoy and to be consistent. Now let's talk about the third piece of the puzzle, your daily habits and lifestyle. These are the small things that, when done consistently, add up to a massive impact on your health. First on the list is maintaining a healthy weight. Research shows that losing just 5 to 7% of your body weight can slash your diabetes risk by over 50%. That's huge. For a 200-pound person, that's just 10 to 14 pounds. Instead of obsessing over the scale, you can also use your waist size as a practical marker. The general guideline is to aim for a waist circumference of less than 40 inches for men and less than 35 inches for women. Next up is sleep. It's not a luxury, it's a biological necessity. Aim for a solid 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. When you're sleep deprived, your body releases stress hormones that can increase insulin resistance. Plus, being tired makes you crave sugary, high-carb foods for a quick energy boost. It's a vicious cycle. To improve your sleep hygiene, try to keep a regular sleep schedule, even on weekends. And avoid looking at screens from your phone, tablet, or TV for at least an hour before bed. The blue light can interfere with your body's natural sleep signals. Connected to sleep is stress management. We all have stress, but chronic, long-term stress is the real problem. It keeps your cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone, elevated. This can directly increase your blood sugar levels, so finding healthy ways to unwind is non-negotiable. This could be anything from a 5-minute meditation or deep breathing exercise, to journaling your thoughts, or taking a peaceful walk in nature. Find what works for you and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Finally, let's touch on 2 habits to avoid: smoking and excessive alcohol. Smoking makes your body more resistant to insulin, directly increasing your risk of diabetes. If you're a smoker, quitting is one of the absolute best things you can do for your health. When it comes to alcohol, moderation is key. If you choose to drink, the recommendation is no more than 1 drink per day for women and 2 for men, and it is always best to have it with a meal to buffer its effect on your blood sugar. And for a bonus tip, stay proactive and monitor your health. Schedule regular checkups with your doctor, and don't be afraid to ask for a fasting glucose test and an A1C test. These simple blood tests can tell you where your blood sugar levels stand. This is especially important if you have risk factors like a family history of diabetes, are over the age of 40, or are carrying extra weight. Tracking your progress, even the small wins like having more energy, eating smaller portions, or getting a few more steps in each day can keep you motivated on your journey. So, let's do a quick recap. For your diet, cut back on sugar and refined carbs, and load up on fiber and protein. For exercise, aim for 150 minutes a week, including some strength training. If you need to, focus on losing just 5 to 7% of your body weight. Prioritize getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night, and find healthy ways to manage your stress daily. And finally, avoid smoking and limit alcohol. Making these changes can seem like a lot, but remember, every small step you take is a victory for your future health. You've got this. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next one.